Right. 3 girls dropped off. 1 at daycare, 1 at kindergarten, and the other at work. Now it's time for me to go and absolutely send it at the track for a 10-minute interval run at a pace of 4 minutes 26 per kilometre. I think that's right. Yeah, slightly faster than my 5k pace. I've got to go 10 minutes. I'm just going to a local track, and it's raining, so it's not ideal conditions because I don't want to get wet. You're free to get wet. It's a double training day technically, so I'm gonna have to go to the gym after and hit up a full body session. And the reason I'm doing a full body session, I'm doing 2 full body sessions this week, is because I'm always thrown off by the stat holiday. It always hits me because I can't get a session in because I'm busy looking after the family. So I have to, you know, take my 4 workout days per week and condense it into like 2 or 3. So with my running, it's like Mondays is a fast interval day that I definitely do at the track. Wednesday is supposed to be a tempo day, which is between 10 to 25 minutes. It progresses as time goes on throughout this training cycle. The pace gets slightly quicker, and the idea with that one is you're going to be running at slightly faster than your 5k pace, but for less amount of time. And then on a Saturday morning, which I'll have to do tomorrow, it's going to be a longer run. And the longer runs that I was doing on the previous program were really slow. I was just trying to do it in under 6 minutes per kilometre, but I was going up to like an hour and 15 minutes because I think the longest one I ended up doing was like 13 kilometres. Anyway, I don't go quite as far. It's at a much faster pace. So instead of being at 6 minutes per kilometre, it's now at 5 minutes 22 pace to start off with. I do believe it gets quicker as well. Anyway, guys, fuck. I really don't want to go out and do it because I am fucking, excuse my language, I'm really tired. Like, I'm not complaining, okay? And the joy of being a parent way outweighs the stress of being a parent. But, oh, it's bloody exhausting. I'm not complaining at all, but I am venting a little bit, to be honest. It is really fucking hard. The hardest thing I've ever had to do. But, like I said, the joy that it brings is obviously way outweighs any of the negatives. But I'm not sleeping that well at the moment, and then I try and get up early and get my work done, but I was disturbed this morning by one of the girls who wanted to come and sit with me from like 6:30 in the morning, and I was trying to edit my YouTube video, and they're like, "Daddy, I'm hungry, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that, get me something else," and oh my goodness, non-stop, mate. Ah, jeepers creepers. So I'm not feeling it at all today, and now I've got to doubles up, run and a lifting session, and it's raining, so I'm going to get wet. So there you go. So, intervals, tempo sesh. It's only 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. Let's see how she goes, mate, you know what I mean? That person's absolutely bloody sending it, mate. So's that person over there. And look at those fucking Canada geese wankers. Little rascals, mate. It is raining, it's cold. We are leaving the track now. It was wet, but the only thing that really got soaked for me was my socks. I've changed my shirt, but I didn't bring a pair of socks. Move out of the way, you Canada Goose bastard. Little scumbag. Yeah, my socks are soaked, so I've literally got my trainers off right now, or my sneakers, and I've got the hot air blowing on my socks while I drive, because I'm off to the gym now. I've got a full body sesh, and I haven't really mentioned anything because why would I, but recently I took a filmmaking course, like how to use your smartphone to make more cinematic videos, which is why I've been posting quite a lot on Instagram with like just me practicing, playing around with different shots and stuff. You know, it's not always super helpful in the sense that it's not most educational. Maybe it's entertaining because people might like to enjoy watching that kind of thing. But I've been practicing, playing around with it because I quite enjoy watching it myself. And so I've been meaning to get towards making more YouTube videos at the back end of 2024. Here we are, and I'm making a YouTube video, and I've made like 3 in a row. Not quite one a week because I feel like it's like every 8 days, but I'm trying to build that habit, and I'm trying not to focus too much on, oh, how many views is it getting? How many likes is it getting? And instead, I'm really just trying to focus on, do I enjoy making it? And is it being well received with the people that are watching it? That's just what I'm focusing on for now. And I want to build a habit of creating this content on a consistent basis because I really enjoy this. You know, like I said in one of my previous videos, like creating Instagram videos is great, but it's just like you make it and it's gone into the abyss. But with this, I feel like this is a bit of a creative outlet for me. So I do quite enjoy the aspect, but dear oh dear, it takes ages to edit these videos. Jeepers creepers, gang. Like, I sit down, I'm like, right, I'm going to get this video out tomorrow. And then I get like an hour or 2 into editing. I'm like, I'm not even halfway through. And then I have to delay it like a week. And it's crazy. So I appreciate your patience. If you're watching these, I really do appreciate it. And I hope you get some value from it. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what I want to post about on a consistent basis. And that may change. I'm trying to find a good balance of like, what do I like and want to post about? And what do you like and want to see? That's the true balance, because if I just post about what other people want to see, aka what gets views and engagement, then I'm not staying true to what I want to post about. And if I only post what I want to post about, then it's just, you know, there's nothing necessarily in it for the viewer. So I think that there's got a balance to be made there, and I want to see myself doing this for the long term, and so I can't just be posting stuff that I don't want to be posting. So anyway, my battery on my microphone is going to scoot soon. I'll try and get some nice cinematic shots at the gym because I've been learning about that. I'll see you in the gym. Look at that. It's doing absolutely nothing for my street cred, mate. We're back at home and it's just after lunchtime. It's my first, actually no, this is my second meal of the day. My first meal, okay, now I've got to tell you this, right? My first meal was powdered peanut butter mixed with milk and salt, mixed up to make peanut butter itself, okay, without the fat, the oil that would be in it, and spread on toast with low sugar jam on top. Pictures there, okay, don't know which side it is, but there it is. It honestly tastes really good. It's not as good as the real thing, obviously, but it's close enough to taste good. Now, and it's really high in protein. Per serving, it's like 60 calories and you're getting about 7 grams of protein in that. It's absolutely crazy. So here we've got lunch now. We've got rice with cheese, packaged chicken from Costco that comes in individual packages. So it's like 150 calories per serving, about 30 grams of protein per serving. I've got frozen broccoli, excuse me, sprayed with a little bit of avocado oil, salt on there, in the air fryer. Bob's your uncle, thank you and good night. Stick that on there. Got a little bit of crispiness to it. And then some leftover chicken nuggies from my daughter's lunchbox. So I'm going to put some sauce on here. Okay, I've got some French's low sugar or no added sugar ketchup. And also some of this Nando's Péronaise. This stuff is gold. It was on sale at Costco the other day. Trust me, mate. Trust me, this is absolutely banging. And it's way less calories than regular mayo. About half the calories. So this is 46 calories per tablespoon. Whereas I think regular mayo is like 100 calories per tablespoon. So my workouts went well today. This is week 1 of a new 5K program. And I'm really excited because what I found I struggled with on the 5K is I got 4K in and I literally just wanted to stop. And in my head, there was parts where I was like, I might have to just stop and walk because I thought I was done. And I was able to keep going. I may have slowed down towards the end a little bit, but I was able to keep pushing through. But it was really, really unexpected at that 4K mark. I was hoping like 3 to 4K, feel nasty, and then kind of the end is in sight, as it were, at the 4K mark, but it was not like that at all. End was in sight when I could see the finish line. So 100 meters maybe. So one thing that I found that the previous program didn't really have a lot of was longer tempo runs, which I feel like this program now has a lot more of. And a tempo run, like I mentioned earlier, this workout today was 10-minute tempo run at a specific pace, faster than my 5K pace. And I checked the program and it basically builds up to 22-minute tempo run, and the pace does get gradually quicker. And what the program does is it either increases in time and it stays at the same pace, or it increases in pace and stays at the same time. So I think it goes like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes. And then the following week, it's 14 minutes again, but the pace gets slightly quicker. So there's obviously progressions there, and it's great to have a program to follow. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video today is I followed a running program for 16 weeks, and I got 4 minutes pretty much off of my 5K time, just shy of 4 minutes off my 5K time. Now, I know so many people jump from one program to the next, or they follow a program for like a week and then something comes up in their life and they don't end up going back on the same program for whatever reason. And if you can stick to a program, whether it's a training program in the gym or whether it's a running program, it really does take consistency with that one program. You have to trust in that program and you have to just keep following through with it. There's going to be times when you're going to be like, it's not working. And then there's times where you're hitting PRs every single week. It just works out that way. And most people give up on those weeks where they feel like it's not working, unfortunately. And it's like that meme of the digger. He's digging for diamonds and he's so close, right? He gets so close, he gives up and turns around. And there's another guy underneath who's way more determined. He's going at a steadier pace and he keeps chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. And you know he's going to get there. And there's the difference there. It's like people want to go all in, and they obviously, right? Of course, we all want quick results. Like, I would love to get to like sub 20 minute 5K, sub 90 minute, 18 minute, and I want it now. Trust me, I want it now. But the thing is, anything worth getting is worth the hard work. Like, if you were just handed that kind of stuff on a plate, it's meaningless. You know, you have to go and earn that for it to mean something to you. And so often I see people go so hot out the gate, whether it's a fat loss phase, whether it's training in the gym, whether it's running, and they go so hot out the gate, they burn themselves out and they just fall completely off the rails and they give up, and it's like, oh, okay, that didn't work for me. Let's try something else. And it's like, well, you didn't go at it a very smart manner, to be honest. And one thing I was thinking about at the track the other day is one of the huge pros and cons of this kind of thing is there's no shortcuts. There is no shortcuts. You have to stay the course. The only shortcut is consistently following a plan, showing up when you don't want to, eating well, and getting a good amount of recovery outside of your training. And of course, training smart, not doing too much, all of that kind of stuff is the only shortcut. There's nothing else you can do. So of course, it's a con that you cannot just cheat your way, or like there's no shortcut to getting a faster 5K time. But that's also a pro, because it's like no one else has a shortcut. Everyone has the same principles. You train hard and smart, and you recover and eat well. And based on that, that is how you make progress towards your goal. Consistently doing that over time. So I can't remember where I was at really, but my primary goal is to kind of work towards a 5K time. I think sub 21 would be great, then sub 20, 19, 18, around that would be great, and then maybe I'll move up to a 10K. I think my long term with running is to build up to do another marathon. I'd love to get like sub 3 hours. I'm just throwing numbers out there really, but you got to dream big sometimes, you know. But I think right now, focusing on 5K is really smart for me, because it takes generally lower training volume, my understanding of it. I've got 2 kids that are very young, you know, they need a lot of my attention. I have a business that I'm trying to build, and so it's a smart move for me to try and focus on the slow distance. And I also think there's something to be said for building the speed first. I'm not a running coach yet. I have signed up for a course in hybrid coaching actually, but my theory anyway is like, if you can focus on the speed and you can get used to running at a certain speed, then you can start to build the endurance. Because I'm still doing long runs outside of that speed work, you know. It wouldn't take much to start gradually building up those longer runs, focus on a 10K and then a half marathon, then a full marathon, and I've still got that speed, but it's about using that speed across a longer duration, of course. And then when it comes to the strength work, what I'm following right now is it's a hybrid program that's 5K and strength specific. Most of the training that I've done outside of CrossFit when it comes to weight training has been hypertrophy-based training, which means gaining muscle as opposed to solely building strength. So it's kind of new for me to be working in the very low rep ranges. It's almost kind of like powerlifting to a certain degree. Although powerlifting, it doesn't excite me at all. But, you know, it is very much squat, bench, deadlift style movements. I'm trying to get a little bit stronger on those. I'm not too fussed about being too much bigger in terms of muscle mass, because I don't want, right now my focus is on running. I don't want to get too much bigger, but it would be cool to be stronger. It would be really, really cool to be stronger. And there's different events where they do like different hybrid tests, like Complete Human Performance. There's a company that like have this event called The Crucible, where they test like your back squat, your bench press, your overhead press, your deadlift, your clean and jerk, your snatch, and like how far you can run for 4 hours. Just cool events like that. I think it would be cool to test myself sometime in the future with that kind of thing. And so kind of planting the seed now of kind of where I want to take this endeavor when it comes to hybrid training, you know. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm just focusing on right now, kind of building some strength, not too fussed about muscle mass. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit leaner. My fat loss phase is going well, actually. I know in the last video I was like, it's not going great. I haven't been great with my tracking still, but I'm definitely making some progress. I've gone from 185 down to 180 pounds, and it's about 5 weeks, so a pound a week, and I've not been super meticulous with my tracking my macros. I could be eating a little bit more protein, but everything is going well. I'll do a a reveal. I'll do a torso reveal in the next video, probably give you an update on my fat loss phase. But yeah, and then outside of that, 5K time. So guys, if you want a program, there's programs that I have for free that are really good, well-designed programs for building strength and muscle mass. If you just go to one of the links down below, any of the free downloads that I have on offer come with free training plans. And so if you do want to just get stuck in and get working towards something, you've got something. I've designed something exactly for that. So go and download it and follow it. Follow it for 10 to 12 weeks. You'll be surprised at how much progress you make. It takes like 3 weeks and you'll start to get into it and you'll start to feel like you're getting stronger, and then you're going to start to see those visual changes after like 3 to 6 weeks, and then you're like, shit, this is really, really working. And then you just keep pushing through that and you keep going. Yeah, of course you can rinse and repeat new movements and stuff, but you know, stick to the basics and just follow through. There's so much noise out there. You should be doing this exercise and this exercise. Trust me, you don't need to be wheeling benches across to the cable machine and doing all this crap. You don't need to be doing that. Stick to the basics, stick to things you enjoy, but do it consistently and train hard, okay? Follow one of the plans that I've got and let me know how you get on, okay? Next week, I'll do an update on my fat loss phase and I'll go over some good training splits for different frequencies of training, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.